All right, let's dive deep into something we all need to know more about.
Oh, yeah.
How to keep our livers healthy.
It's so important.
We're checking out this YouTube video by Dr. Rosa.
Okay.
He's a doctor who's all about natural ways
Okay.
to cleanse your liver,
Interesting.
especially if you're dealing with fatty liver.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what makes this deep dive so fascinating
Okay.
is that it's not just about avoiding alcohol.
Right.
You know, there's a whole web of surprising things that can impact your liver.
For sure.
And thankfully, there are ways to reverse the damage.
Yeah. Dr. Rosa really emphasizes how important the liver is.
Right.
It's involved in hundreds of functions and takes a real beating from modern life.
Exactly. He doesn't sugarcoat it either,
No.
saying our livers are naturally good at detoxing,
Yeah.
but the level of toxins we're exposed to these days,
I know.
it's just overwhelming.
It's true. You might not notice symptoms early on,
Right.
but that damage can build up over time. Hormone processing digestion, your liver's overall ability to function.
Yeah.
It all takes a hit.
So this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Dr. Rosa talks about all these unexpected symptoms tied to a poorly functioning liver.
Okay.
We're not just talking fatigue or digestive issues,
Right.
but things like migraines,
Oh, wow.
especially on the right side.
Interesting.
Muscle tension on your right side, even right shoulder pain.
Huh. I never would have thought.
It makes you wonder
Yeah.
how many people are experiencing these things
Right.
without realizing their liver might be the culprit.
It's definitely worth considering.
Right.
You might be surprised how many common ailments can be
Yeah.
traced back to liver health.
And get this,
Okay.
Dr. Rosa says a whopping 25% of people will end up with metabolic issues
Wow.
because of liver damage.
That's scary.
That's 1 in 4.
And here's something crucial to understand.
Okay.
This isn't just about people who drink too much alcohol.
Right.
Fructose,
Okay.
a type of sugar, is
Yeah.
a major player in this epidemic.
Okay, so tell me more about why fructose is so bad for the liver.
Well, think of it this way.
Okay.
Your body has a limited number of pathways to process fructose. And when you overload those pathways, it can really stress your liver,
Okay.
unlike glucose, which can be used by many different cells in your body.
Right.
Fructose primarily gets processed by the liver.
Oh.
So when you consume a lot of fructose,
Yeah.
it's like sending a constant stream of work to your liver.
Oh, gosh.
And eventually, it can't keep up.
And we're bombarded with fructose these days.
I know, right?
It's in so many processed foods,
Yeah,
especially in the form of high fructose corn syrup.
exactly.
Yeah.
That excess fructose builds up,
Right.
particularly in the liver. And that's how fatty liver disease develops.
Heck yeah.
It's like your liver is getting clogged up with fat,
Oh, yuck.
which hinders its ability to function properly.
And speaking of things getting clogged up,
Yeah.
Dr. Rosa talks about bile, that stuff our liver produces to help us digest fats.
Right.
He says a damaged liver produces less bile,
Yeah.
which means you're not absorbing essential fats as well.
That's so important, especially for people on keto diets or those who've had gallbladder issues. They're already relying on their livers
Yeah.
to do extra work when it comes to fat digestion.
Right.
And if the liver isn't functioning optimally,
Yeah.
it can create a vicious cycle.
Makes sense. So it's not just about what we're putting into our bodies,
No.
but also how well our liver is processing
Right.
and utilizing those nutrients.
Precisely. It's all interconnected. And that brings us to another fascinating point Dr. Rosa makes.
Right.
Even being deficient in certain nutrients
Really?
can contribute to fatty liver.
Wow.
He cites studies showing that low methionine
Okay.
and low choline diets can cause fatty liver in mice.
So wait, not getting enough of something
Yeah.
can be just as bad as getting too MUCH of something else.
Yes. It really highlights the complexity of liver health.
Right.
Think of methionine as a key ingredient for producing glutathione, which is like your body's master detoxifier.
Oh, wow.
Without enough methionine,
Yeah.
your body struggles to produce enough glutathione,
Oh, no.
leaving your liver more vulnerable to damage.
So where do we get methionine?
It's found in foods like eggs, fish, and meat.
Okay, and what about choline?
Choline is crucial for transporting fat out of the liver. Think of it as the delivery truck
Okay,
that helps clear out fat buildup.
gotcha.
Good sources of choline include eggs, liver, and soybeans.
Okay, so we need to make sure we're getting enough of these nutrients
Yes.
to keep our livers functioning properly.
Exactly.
And here's where it gets even more interesting.
All right.
Dr. Rosa talks about the connection
Yeah.
between the liver and the gut. You see, there's a tube called the choledocus that connects them.
Yeah.
And he points out that nasty things like parasites, candida, and harmful bacteria can actually hang out in there.
That's wild. So if you're dealing with gut issues, it could actually be impacting your liver health as well.
And vice versa.
Yes, and vice versa.
Right.
It's a two-way street. This is why Dr. Rosa suggests tackling both liver and gut health simultaneously.
Okay.
He even suggests doing a liver cleanse alongside parasite or candida treatments.
Okay.
Because those critters can hide out in the choledocus, making them harder to eliminate. It's like cutting off their escape route.
That makes so much sense.
Right.
It's like trying to clean your house, but ignoring a whole room where dust bunnies are breeding.
Exactly. A holistic approach is key.
Yeah.
Addressing both the liver and the gut can make your cleansing efforts much more effective.
Okay, so we've established that the liver is incredibly important, easily overwhelmed,
True,
and deeply connected to our gut health. But the good news is we have the power to support it.
We do.
What does Dr. Rosa recommend?
He offers several solutions, starting with diet, which is where we'll pick things up next time.
Ooh, I can't wait.
It'll be interesting. You're right. Diet is a great place to start. Dr. Rosa emphasizes that you don't want to add more toxins to your body while you're cleansing your liver.
It seems obvious, but I bet a lot of people overlook that. So what does a liver-friendly diet actually look like?
Well, Dr. Rosa recommends loading up on vegetables, especially cruciferous ones like broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, kale. They're packed with nutrients that support detoxification.
Okay.
He mentions that if you find those veggies cause bloating, certain supplements can help.
Interesting. And what about carbs? Should we be cutting those out completely?
Dr. Rosa suggests lowering carb intake during cleansing periods. The idea is that your body prioritizes burning carbs for energy. So reducing them forces it to tap into other sources, like stored fat in the liver.
So it's like we're giving our livers a break from constantly processing carbs and giving them a chance to catch up on detoxing. What about healthy fats? Are those okay?
He says healthy fats are fine, but to always pair them with veggies to aid in digestion and absorption. And remember those nutrients we talked about, methionine and choline? He emphasizes the importance of including those in your diet, even if it seems counterintuitive when you're trying to reduce fat in your liver.
Right, because we need those nutrients to help the liver process fats effectively. So foods like eggs and grass-fed meat are actually good for liver health.
Exactly. It's all about balance and understanding the roles these nutrients play.
Now, Dr. Rosa also mentioned some supplements that can help support liver health. What are some of his top picks?
He's a big advocate for milk thistle, or its active ingredient silymarin. It's been used for centuries to support liver detoxification. Glutathione is another one of his favorites. It's a powerful antioxidant that helps protect the liver from damage.
Glutathione is like the superhero of antioxidants. I've heard it called the mother of all antioxidants.
Exactly. It plays a crucial role in neutralizing harmful free radicals in the body. And the liver relies heavily on glutathione for detoxification processes. Dr. Rosa also mentions alpha-lipoic acid, which offers cell protection similar to B vitamins.
So even if you're not doing a full-blown liver cleanse, incorporating those supplements into your routine could be a great way to give your liver some extra support.
Absolutely. It's about finding what works best for you and your individual needs.
Now, Dr. Rosa also talks about boosting fat burning, which is particularly important for people dealing with fatty liver. What are some of his recommendations there?
Well, as we already touched on, a low-carb diet can be very effective in shifting your body's energy source from carbs to stored fat. He also highlights the benefits of intermittent fasting.
Intermittent fasting. That's become really popular lately. How does that help the liver?
After about 12 hours of fasting, your body starts to deplete its glycogen stores. That's the stored form of glucose. Once those stores are low, it starts tapping into stored fat for energy, including the fat stored in the liver.
So it's like we're giving our bodies a chance to clean house and use up some of that excess fat.
Exactly. And the combination of a low-carb diet and intermittent fasting can be especially powerful. You're essentially creating a double whammy that accelerates fat burning, particularly from the liver.
Okay, so we've talked about diet, supplements, and intermittent fasting. Are there any other strategies Dr. Rosa recommends?
Well, he doesn't go into specifics in this video, but he does mention a few other liver cleansing methods, like using apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, and olive oil.
Oh yeah, I've heard of those. People swear by apple cider vinegar for everything these days.
It's interesting, isn't it? These traditional remedies have been used for centuries, and there's a lot of anecdotal evidence suggesting they can be beneficial. I think it would be fascinating to explore those further and see if there's any scientific research to back up those claims.
Right. It's one thing to hear people say something works, but it's another to understand the WHY behind it. What are those ingredients actually doing in the body?
Exactly. And how do they tie into a holistic approach to liver health? It's not just about finding a quick fix, but understanding the underlying principles and making sustainable changes.
Speaking of understanding the bigger picture, I remember Dr. Rosa mentioned something about the liver and cholesterol. Can you remind me about that connection?
Ah, yes. The liver plays a vital role in regulating cholesterol levels. Excess LDL cholesterol, often referred to as the bad cholesterol, is eliminated through bile.
So if our liver isn't functioning properly, it can impact our cholesterol levels as well.
Precisely. A well-functioning liver equals better cholesterol clearance. It's like having a highly efficient waste management system for your body.
It's amazing how everything connects, isn't it?
Right.
And it really highlights how taking care of your liver can have a ripple effect on so many other aspects of your health.
Absolutely. It's not just about preventing liver disease. It's about optimizing your overall well-being.
Now, before we wrap things up, I want to loop back to something we touched on earlier. Dr. LaRosa's mention of other cleansing methods like apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, and olive oil. I'm curious, where would you go from here to explore those further? Are there any specific methods that pique your interest?
You know what's really cool about this whole discussion?
With that?
It's not just about avoiding liver disease.
Yeah.
It's about understanding
Right.
how vital our liver is for overall health.
Absolutely. The liver is like the unsung hero of our bodies,
Totally.
quietly working behind the scenes
Right.
to keep everything running smoothly.
Yeah, we've talked about detoxification,
Uh-huh.
hormone balance, digestion,
Yeah.
even cholesterol regulation. It's remarkable
Right.
how much this one organ impacts our well-being.
Yeah. And I love how Dr. LaRosa emphasizes that.
What's that?
That we have the power to support our livers through lifestyle changes.
I know, it's so empowering.
It is.
It's not about feeling helpless or overwhelmed.
It's about taking those proactive steps towards better health.
And those steps don't have to be drastic or complicated either.
No, they don't.
We've talked about simple things like
Yeah.
swapping sugary drinks for water,
Right.
adding more veggies to your meals,
Mhm.
and experimenting with intermittent fasting.
Totally. These are manageable changes
They are,
that can make a big difference over time.
for sure. And I think it's important to remember that
Yeah.
taking care of your liver is a journey, not a destination.
Right.
It's about consistently making choices that support this amazing organ,
Yeah.
not striving for perfection.
It's about progress, not perfection.
Exactly. And as you start to feel the benefits,
Oh, yeah.
more energy, better digestion, clearer skin,
Mm.
a more balanced mood,
Right.
your motivation will naturally grow.
That's like a positive feedback loop.
It is.
The more you take care of your liver,
Yeah.
the better you feel.
Uh-huh.
And the more motivated you are to keep those healthy habits going.
Exactly. And that's what's so empowering about this knowledge.
Right.
It gives you the tools to take control of your health
Yeah.
and make informed choices that support your well-being.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
I want to leave our listeners with a final thought to ponder.
All right.
We've covered a lot of ground today,
Yeah.
from the surprising symptoms of a sluggish liver
Mm-hmm.
to the power of diet supplements and fasting.
Right.
But I'm curious, what's the one thing that really stands out to you from this exploration?
That's a great question. For me, it's the interconnectedness of it all.
Oh, yeah?
The liver doesn't exist in isolation.
Right.
It's intricately linked
Yeah,
to our gut health, our hormone balances, our energy levels, even our mood.
it's true.
Yeah.
And by supporting our liver,
Yeah.
we're supporting our entire system.
Precisely.
I love that. It's like a reminder
Yeah.
that our bodies are these incredible interconnected ecosystems and everything works together.
Exactly. And that holistic perspective is crucial
Right.
for achieving true well-being.
Well, I think that's a perfect note to end on.
I agree.
To all our listeners out there,
Yeah.
thank you for joining us on this journey
Of course.
into the fascinating world of liver health.
Absolutely.
We hope you've gained some valuable insights
Yeah.
and are feeling inspired to take those proactive steps towards a healthier, happier you.
Remember, your liver is a remarkable organ worthy of your care and attention.
It really is. And by nourishing it,
Yeah.
you're nourishing your entire being.
That's a good way to put it.
And that wraps up our deep dive into liver health. Until next time, stay curious, keep learning, and keep those livers happy.
I love it.